automata. So let me pull out one page. Yeah. So we said a finite automata is defined as these five different components where each component would be represented by uh, some particular notation. So we said there is Q, there is sigma, there is delta, there is Q0, there is F, where as we said Q would be finite non-empty set of states, sigma would be finite non-empty set of input symbols, Q intersection sigma is always phi. We don't want any element common there. Q0 would be initial state. Definitely Q0 belongs to capital Q. Capital F would be a non-empty set of final states. Okay, so this F is subset of Q. So as we are writing F to be finite, so ultimately this automatically becomes a finite set. Okay, so like I gave you a demonstration, like I talked about one particular example as well, like how exactly one can represent it as a machine. So one can think of like there would be a tape, there would be a read head, which is going to read symbol from here, and an appropriate action would be taken. Correct. So with this brief idea, we'll move further and let us talk more about what exactly the things that can happen with this system. Okay, so we even talked about two properties of a transition function. These are applicable for finite automata. Fine, these two. Okay. What are they? If I write delta q comma epsilon, it will remain as q for any q in capital Q. Okay, this means what? The state of the system can be changed only by input symbol. So the epsilon cannot work. So if epsilon is there, that means it will remain there only. Whether it is represented or not, we don't worry about. Fine. Second property was with respect to the string. So let us say W is a string and there's an input symbol A. So if you have something like this delta Q comma AW, then one can write it as delta of Q comma A comma W. So on, like if I write delta Q comma WA, then we would be working with this like this. So this W can be broken into again a substring by pulling out one symbol, leftmost symbol, and rest of the thing would be kept as right the string. So this was one example that we took. So we pulled out A. So we worked with A, then we got B, and then we got B, and then remaining string we wrote here, and ultimately we reached to some state which belongs to capital F. Now this was acceptance perspective. So what would be the non-accepted string in this case? So if at all we are worrying about this particular diagram, what would be the non-acceptable string in this case? So let me take string like this. Suppose A, B, B, A. Suppose this is a string given to me, A, B, B, A. So how will I work with this? Delta Q0. Sorry, I don't know why it is showing like this. Is it visible? Yeah. So delta Q0 comma A, B, B, A. Okay, so if I go this way, so how it can be represented? Delta of Q0 comma A and then BBA. Correct? Fine. Next thing would be what is delta Q0 comma A? It is going to Q1. So let us write this delta of Q1. Now I'm taking next symbol as B. The remaining thing I'm writing as BA. What is delta Q1 comma B? Q1 comma B goes to Q2. So I'm taking next B comma A. What is delta Q2 comma B? It goes to Q0. So Q0 comma A. This goes to Q1. Does not belong to capital F. So this string is not accepted by this finite automata. Correct? That's how we can conclude. Have you understood this? What I said? This was one of the example where if whatever the state that you get, if it is final state, then the string is accepted. If you reach to some state which is not final state, then you can say that that string is not accepted. Fine. So let us write this definition. So in say proper manner. Why it is showing like this? Yeah. So let me write it. String acceptance by finite automata. Fine. A string W is said to be accepted by finite automata M, where this M would be Q sigma delta Q0 F. Fine. A string W is said to be accepted by finite automata if and only if delta of Q0, which is your initial state, comma W takes you to some state Q which belongs to capital F. Fine. Is that fine? Yeah, somebody was saying something. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if at all I have to write non-acceptance, then what it would be? A string W is said to be not accepted by finite automata M. So I will write same thing, Q sigma delta Q0 F if and only if delta of Q0 comma W belongs to goes to some state P which does not belongs to capital F. Here P belongs to capital Q and here Q0, Q and Q0 belongs to capital Q. Here you also can write Q0 comma P belongs to capital Q. Sorry with me. So I hope you understood the definition now. Acceptance. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So good. So like if we have to work with this, ultimately we need to know in this case what would be the final state. So if your final state is empty, this state is empty, then it never can be accepted because it is not taking you to final. So ultimately this would be kind of a program written which is not giving you any output. And so we don't expect that kind of stuff. So if you see what are the example that we saw that day, like even this, okay, you pick this one or you pick this one. You can see that whenever I'm working with a state, if I talk about a symbol A, I am going to one state, correct? Now let me create a scenario with a temporary solution rather. So let me do it. So suppose I have something like this. Q1, Q2, Q3. This is final. Okay. Now if I ask you what is delta Q0 comma A, what would be your answer here?
Q1.
See carefully.
Q3 है.
Carefully
Q3
see.
Q2.
No. Q0 comma A. If you see this is B, this is A, this is A, this is B, this is A, this is B, this is A. Correct? So if I write delta Q0 comma A, so Q0 comma A can take me to Q2, Q0 comma A take me to Q1. So this is not a single state. So this would be, there would be two states. Now can you determine which is the state that you will go if you take A with Q0? Will you be able to tell it? No, because see, we can get multiple answers. Even for example, if I talk about say delta q1 comma a. What is q1 comma a? What is q1 comma a?
Q2,
q2 comma.
Q3.
Okay. So you have multiple again, correct? Okay, let me write delta q3 comma a. What is delta q3 comma a?
Q3.
Only q3, correct? Correct. So you can have none. So for example, if I write delta q3 comma b, what is this?
Empty, sir.
Empty, correct? So you can have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on states. How many maximum possible transitions could be? Now, what is the difference between this example and this example? So this one and this one. In both of the example, what is the difference? Can somebody point out?
Sir, one difference is that the number of nodes are different, and the other difference is that this one has an empty state, and that one doesn't seem to have an empty state.
No, but Q2, if you talk about Q1A is what in this case?
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now I'm not thinking of difference in terms of number of states or number of transitions or like whether it is empty. I'm thinking in terms of when I'm at one state, if I am given an input, I definitely know that where exactly I'm going to go to. In this case, whenever I'm with Q0, I exactly know that I'm going to go to Q1. But in this case, whenever I'm talking about A with Q0, I'm not sure whether will I go to Q1 or whether will I go to Q2. Correct? Correct? Are you with me? So this case,
Yes, sir.
what are the case where you can definitely determine when you can definitely determine that from one state with one input, you are going to go to only one state only or no state at all. Then in this case, this kind of structure is called as DFA. Both this one and this one is example of DFA, deterministic. From Q3, if you take Q0, you are going to go to Q1 only. Correct? There is no other input from no other transition from Q3 with 0. So you can determine. So this is called as deterministic finite automata. You can determine exactly. Now, when you are talking about NFA, in that case, it would be non-deterministic. So this case, this example in this case is trying to tell us that it is DFA. And the example that I talked about before a while, this is example of non-determinism. Now, what are the definition that I wrote earlier? This definition can be considered for DFA2. This definition can be considered for DFA2. But for NFA, when we said this delta Q comma sigma gives Q in determinism, correct? Deterministic finite automata. We were not sure in this case because we are getting two states here in this case. So this cannot be Q. So this would be definitely set of subset. Correct? So let us try to write definition of non-deterministic finite automata. Any problems till this? Or any question, any query that you want to ask? No? Okay. Non-deterministic finite automata. So let us try to write its definition. I will write in the similar way. Now I will call in short this as NFA. Okay. NFA is similarly the way that we wrote 5 tuple m q sigma delta q0 f. Correct. NFA is a 5 tuple where, can somebody tell me what is Q? What is Q? As earlier case, finite, non-empty. What it is?
Set of
Finite non
Set
set
of
of.
states.
Very good. Set of states. What is sigma? Finite non-empty set of input symbols. Now this is again true. Q intersection sigma is equal to phi. Fine. Now Q0 initial state, Q0 belongs to capital Q. Fine. Okay. Capital F. What this would be? Is
Non-empty set of final state.
subset of Q called set of. So let me add that whatever she said, non-empty finite set of final states. Correct? You can add it there. Now what is remaining? Delta. Now how delta would be considering this example? If I write delta is a transition function. Okay, delta is a transition function mapping from. Now we have state, we have input. So Q cross sigma. Now this is more than a state. So I cannot write Q1, Q2. Right? It could be anything. Correct. So we saw F phi also possibly there and so on. So if I write like this, what is 2 raised to Q by the way? Mathematics students, can you tell what is 2 raised to Q? Yes. What is 2 raised to Q?
Cardinality.
No. I don't know, maybe, but you have you heard this power set?
Yes, sir.
It is power set of Q. That is set of all subsets of Q. So for example, if Q is Q0, Q1, Q2, okay, then 2 raised to Q would be what? Set of all subsets. So let us write first. So first is phi, then Q0, then Q1, then Q2, Q0, Q1, Q0, Q2, correct? Then Q1, Q2, and then Q0, Q1, Q2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so how many states are there? 3. What is 2 raised to 3?
8.
8. So that is why our set of Q. These many elements would be. So if your state contains say 10 states, sorry, if your set of states contain 10 states, what would be power set of it? 2 raised to 10. Correct? Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, good. Now we already I will give you this example and we will work with now this definition. I will proceed with this same example. Have you understood this definition, by the way? If any question is there, you can ask.
Yes,
me.
sir.
Okay, so let me add this screenshot for a while. Shift print screen. Sorry. Hold, please. Okay, so in chat window, I am adding this image. Okay, can you see that? Yes, fine. So this is for your reference to get an idea. Okay, so let us move further and we will go with the same example which we took earlier. Okay, this one. I will take this example only. So let me draw it. Let me draw the diagram. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay, so same notations are there. Initial state, final state is shown with the earlier way only. Fine. So let me add transitions of A by say this. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, let us not worry. So I by mistakenly drawn this. I should have drawn this one. Q0. Sorry, this Q0 to B, but it's okay. It will not make like language would be different. Okay, so you say A. Okay, I will write. Okay, wait. Let me write inputs. So this is A. This is A. This is A. This is B. This is A. This is B. This is A. This is A. Fine. And okay, so there is other transition also, which is B. Fine. So suppose these are the things. So how will I write transition table from this? How will I write transition table? So let us write it. Correct. So you have Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, A and B. So Q0A. What is Q0A? Can somebody help me in working out this table?
Sir, it would be Q1 and Q2.
Q1 and Q2.
Q2.
So Q1 and Q2. So let us write this. So as it is a square bracket, sorry, it is a set. That's why I'm using curly bracket. Correct? Fine. What is Q0B?
Empty set.
See carefully.
Oh, Q2.
Q2.
Okay, good.
It is Q2.
Yeah. Q1A.
Q3.
Q1A. Q1A is Q3 again. Is there anything from Q1 with A?
Q2.
Q2.
Yes. So we have Q2, Q3. What is Q1B? Nothing. Correct?
Yeah, empty set.
So you write dash. Fine. Dash means empty for us. What is Q2A?
Q3.
Q3.
Q2A is this, correct? So Q3. Q2B,
Q1.
Q2B, Q1.
Q1.
Q1. Q1.
Okay, so I gave this double, na? So okay, let it be now. So we'll write Q1. This doesn't make any sense, by the way, correct? Because we already have it. Because we are drawing it there only. This doesn't make any sense. So we could have taken here A, but then it's okay. Let us cancel this. Okay, this transition is not there. Okay, so this is Q1 only, correct? Okay, Q3A.
Q3.
Q3.
Very good. Q3B. Empty. Correct?
Empty.
Correct. So this is your transition table. Is that fine? So this is Q and sigma. Okay, so you can represent this now this way. Now, how exactly we will end up the string? On what basis we should say that it accepts? Because now our properties of transition functions also will vary or will change in this case.
We need to know final state.
Yeah. So what is the final state here?
Q3.
Q3.
Because if you recall, we said we will write always double circle for final state. Fine. And when your arrow is there, this is initial state. So let us work out with the string now. So let me take delta Q0 of A. So we have to prove whether is it accepted or not. Now let us work out. So some of you may go with this A. Correct. Some of you may go with this A. Correct. So this would be accepted anyway. It is going to Q3. So you can write it like, for example, delta Q0. Sorry, delta of Q0 comma A comma A. So you are going to take only one of them, one element, because you cannot take two. One of them may be failing, other one may be true. In this case, both of them are working. So if I go along with this, I will be reaching to some state Q3, which belongs to capital F. Correct? Correct. But what about if I make this string as B? A. What it would be?
So it would go to Q2 and then Q3.
And then repetition, correct?
Yeah.
So same case. So even if I write delta, so this mechanism doesn't change. Okay, this this mechanism of acceptance doesn't change here, no matter whether it is finite automata or whether it is non-deterministic finite automata, DFA or NFA, we don't care. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like if at all we have to talk about now, we definitely will require some change in the functionality. In this case, your epsilon property that we saw earlier would be same right now. But what if there is a something added? So which we will be talking later. But right now, let us concentrate on what is the difference between finite automata, DFA and NFA now. Major difference is what? Major difference is what?
The presence of a final state.
No, it's true for DFA and NFA, na? Both of them. Main difference is what? For an input from a state, there might be more than one transition. Whenever it is, then this can be an NFA. Whether it is for all states or whether it is for one state, no matters. If there are more than one transition from one state with the same input symbol to two or more states, then in that case, that FA would be called as NFA, non-deterministic, because we cannot determine. Okay, so let me take an example. I will take this one same now. Okay, so that we'll convert it. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. This is our final. So let us draw the transitions. Q2. Fine. Now, is this a NFA, by the way? Is this a NFA in any case?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me add it in the image form. So we have to construct an equivalent deterministic finite automata for this diagram. What is to be done? If this NFA is given to me, can I construct an equivalent DFA for given NFA? This is the problem statement. Okay, I added in the chat window. You can see. Can you see that diagram?
Yes, sir.
Now, like if we say we have to design it in such a way that there should not be such kind of situation. It should go to only one state with one input symbol. Okay, so in today's class, we will concentrate mainly upon what is the method. Okay, first of all, I will directly show you what is to be done. Okay, then we will write it in theoretical manner. Now, what we will do, let us say, suppose this given to us. This M is given to us. Black kutagela. Yes. So we have M given as Q sigma delta Q0F. This is NFA. Suppose NFA M is given to us. Now we have to construct an equivalent DFA. So now sigma should not change. Correct. Now when I say this is equivalent to this, suppose these two are equivalent, on what basis I'm going to say that these are two equivalent cases? Both of them are green. So like if you see, diameter is also same, company is also same, everything is same in this case, correct? If I carefully see it, everything is same. That's why I can say that they are equivalent. But when I go with this, are they same? Company seems to be same, but color difference is there. Can I say this way? Definitely yes. So whenever we are talking about this parameters, this sigma would remain same. What would be changing is these four things: Q delta Q0F. This would be changing. Okay, and we have to write delta in a different way, because let us say we are going to come up with this equivalent DFA such that there would be Q dash, sigma will remain as it is, there would be delta dash, there is Q0 dash, there is F dash. Now I have to give complete process. If Q is there, how to compute Q dash? If Q0 is there, how to compute Q0 dash? If F is there, how to compute F dash? Fine. Are you with me? So for this, let us write Q dash should be 2 raised to Q. Correct? Q dash should be 2 raised to Q. Now, how exactly we are going to represent elements of set? Let us write. We represent state in Q dash as. Okay. We represent, or you can say denote. Represent or denote. So you can say we denote as, you will write in square bracket some states, say for example Q1, Q2, dot Qn. There might be m number of states in Q. There might be m number of states. So this could be 1, 2 or more, because when we say Q dash, it could be 5 as well, correct? It could be 5 as well, but we never will have such a scenario because considering 2 raised to Q, first subset is 5 empty state. So we don't care about this. So where Q1, Q2, Q3, dot Qn belongs to capital Q. Okay. Now this is for Q dash. What would be for sigma? Sigma would be same, correct? As we already said, sigma would be same. You can see, let me mark it this way so that it would be visible. So this is Q dash. So whatever is changing, we will write each one of them. So next example is, next parameter is Q0 dash. So this Q0 dash is to be represented as square bracket Q0, where Q0 is your initial state from capital Q. So you are going to write it in a square bracket. Is that fine? What we are going to do in new DFA, which is equivalent to this. This is an NFA given to us. We have to construct an equivalent DFA. In that equivalent DFA, your initial state would be represented as square bracket. Because if I write in curly bracket the way that I wrote earlier here above, this is a set. Correct? This is a set. But I don't want to write it as a set. I want to write it as a state. That's why I'm using square brackets. Now F dash. Let us write F dash. What is this F dash? Is set of final states. Okay. Set of final states. But now we have to be very specific with respect to this definition. So we will say it is a set of all subsets of Q containing element from F. Now this may confuse you at some point of time. But while we solve an example, you will come to know that. I'm not writing anything about the delta dash right now. Okay. Now I gave you the diagram, so we will work with that diagram. You can refer to that diagram on your page. Okay, what is the page that I gave? Okay, in a comment window. So this is page number 2. Okay. Now we have to work with this. So let us go on working with this set. Okay. Now what is Q given to us in this case? Let me write. Let me draw that diagram so as to make it very simple for us. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 transition, and this is 8. So this is 8th. So the inputs are A, B, A, B, A, B, A, A. Fine. And this is our initial state. So we have been given this diagram. What is Q? Can you tell me what is Q in this case? What is Q in this case?
So Q0, Q1, Q2.
Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. How many elements are there?
4.
4. Now we have to write Q dash. So as per Q dash definition, we said it is Q raised to Q. Fine. So let us write it. Now I will write that in square bracket because we said every element in Q dash is represented as this. So let me add this screenshot for a while for your reference. Fine. Please hold. Okay, check in comment window. Yeah. Okay, so I added that for your reference. So we have to represent every state in this way, square bracket. So what are the subsets that you are going to write? You are going to write them in a square bracket. So what would be? First is phi. Okay, second one is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q0, Q1, Q0, Q2, Q0, Q3. Then Q1, Q2, Q1, Q3, Q2, Q3. So by the way, this is 4. So 2 raised to 4 is what? We should get 16 entries there, correct? As per power set, correct? So, okay, we got Q1, Q2, Q1, Q3, Q2, Q3. Let us write now 2 combinations done. Let us write 3. So Q0, Q1, Q2, Q0, Q1, Q3, Q0, Q2, Q3. Fine. Then Q1, Q2, Q3. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What is remaining? Which one is remaining now? Can somebody tell me? We'll work with length 0, the number of elements 0. Then we took 1, so Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. So 1 each is taken. Then now 2, Q0, Q1, Q0, Q2, Q0, Q3, Q1, Q2, Q1, Q3, Q2, Q3. So all 2 things are also done. Now 3, Q0, Q1, Q3, Q0, Q1. Sorry, this is Q2 and this is Q3. Then Q0, Q2, Q3, which is not earlier there, and then Q1, Q2, Q3. So what it would be? What would be last now?
Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3.
Very good. Q0, Q1, Q2, and Q3. These are your possible set of states. Fine. Okay, so this would be your Q dash. What is Q0 dash? In this case, our initial state is Q0, correct? Now let us talk about F dash. It is possible set of states. It is a subset of, it is a set of all subsets of Q containing element from F. What is the element from F in this case? What is F?
Q3.
Okay, so wherever Q3 is, you try to add it here. So first element is Q3. Where is second element?
Q0, Q3.
Very good. Q0, Q3. Any other element?
Q1, Q3.
Q1, Q3. Any other element?
Q0, Q1, Q3.
This one is remaining, na? Q2, Q3.
Oh, Q2, Q3.
Then you said Q0, Q1 and
Q3.
then
Q0, Q2, Q3.
And then
Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3.
These all would be your final states, wherever your final state is. Okay, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now
Yes,
how will
sir.
you work? How will you work? Now for every state, the way that we are going, delta q0 comma a. So you are going to get square bracket, correct? So you write now like this. So you go on like this. So you have to pick one state at a time. So you are not going to work with phi. You start with this. So right now we are working about delta dash. How delta dash would be? It would be q0 comma a. What is q0 comma a? What is q0 comma a in this case?
Q1, Q2.
Q1, Q2. So it can go to Q1, it can go to Q2, it can go to Q1, Q2. Correct? So how should I write then this exactly? Fine. So this would be really difficult for us to write this way. So let me write this into terms of transition table. So how you work out to get the same strings? Fine. So you start building the transition table. So you write Q0 here. Your inputs are A and B. Fine. So you saw Q0 would be giving you something like Q1 and Q2. What is Q0B? What is Q0?
Q3. Q3.
Correct, square bracket. Now, what are the new entry that you see? You can pick one. So I will pick this Q3 first. Fine, because considering only you can pick either of them. So you can go even with Q1. Let me go with Q1, Q2. What is the new entry you got? You add it here. What is Q1A?
Q2, Q3.
Q3.
And what is Q2A?
Uh,
Phi.
empty. Yeah.
Correct. So you have to take union of it. So delta Q1 comma A union delta Q2 comma A. Correct. So you would be getting what? Q1 comma A is what? You got Q2 Q3, correct? And delta Q2 comma is phi. So you take union and then ultimately you write this set. So you got Q2 Q3. What is Q1 comma Q1 Q2 B? So what is Q1 B?
Empty.
Q2 B?
Uh, Q1, Q3.
Q2 B. What is that?
Q1, Q3.
Q1 Q3. Now see, you already addressed this thing, correct? You already addressed this one. Now this was the new one, so you can add that here. So let us go with. So I'll be going with this Q3. So you go one by one. Huh? Q3A.
Q3.
Q3.
Q3B.
empty,
Empty.
So dash, correct? So this is done. Now we have to pick this one. So let us write it here. What is that? Q2, Q3. Q2 comma A union Q3 comma A. What is Q2 comma A?
Empty.
Q3 comma A.
Q3.
So you
Q3.
write it here. Correct? Okay. Q2 comma B union Q3 comma B. Q2 comma B union Q3 comma B.
So Q1, Q3.
Q1, Q3.
Q1, Q3. So you got Q1, Q3, correct? So we are done with this Q2, Q3. So now next is to be marked like this one. Go with this. So what it is? Q1, Q3, which is not here. Huh? You have to pick that one which is not added here. What is Q1 comma A and Q3 comma A? Q1 comma A is
Q2,
Q2,
Q3.
Q3 and Q3 comma is Q3. So you take common. So what it is? Q2 comma Q3. Am I right? You don't write it again ना Q3 Q3 नहीं लिखेंगे आप क्योंकि यहाँ पर ऐसे रिपीट नहीं होता है ना सेट जब लिखते पावर सेट तो दैट्स वाई only we are going to take Q2, Q3. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is Q1 comma B and Q3 comma B? Q1 comma B and Q3 comma B.
Empty.
Correct. So this is dash. So we already worked with Q3. ये Q3 का भी काम हो चुका है. ये डैश तो लेना नहीं है. Q3 का काम हो चुका है. अभी Q1 Q3 अभी यहाँ पे ले लिया. Yes, this is also done. Correct. ये Q2 Q3 भी आ गया. So do we have anything more which is not added here? कुछ बचा नहीं ना?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So your construction is done. अगर आप इस तरीके से आते हो हर स्टेट को आपको ऐसे लिखना पड़ेगा. So table construction would be simple. Let us see what would be the accepted string by the way from this. So आप A लेते हो सपोज ये B ऐसे डायरेक्टली तो एक B एक्सेप्ट हो गया. करेक्ट हो गया ना. ऐसे यहाँ से अगर जाते हो Q0 से लेकर Q3 को तो B लेके गया तो इट विल एक्सेप्ट. यहाँ पे देखते हैं Q0 को B है तो Q3 को गया. Q3 यहाँ पर फाइनल में है दैट मीन्स इट एक्सेप्टेड. अभी यहाँ पर कंसिडर करते ए बी. Q0 से ए बी कर दे. Q0 A किया तो ये गया Q1 Q2. उसको अगर इस स्टेट को अगर मैं B देता हूँ Q1 Q2 को तो किस स्टेट को गया Q1 Q3. दैट मीन्स इट इज आल्सो एक्सेप्टेड. Q3 है ना वहां पर तो ए बी भी एक्सेप्ट हो गया. अब ऐसे अज्यूम करते कि बी भी है क्या वहां पर. यहाँ पर बी और उसके बाद बी नहीं है ना. यहाँ पे एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगा बी यहाँ पे भी एक्सेप्ट होना नहीं चाहिए. सो Q0 से बी दिया Q3 से बी क्या है डैश. दैट मीन्स नॉट एक्सेप्टेड. सेम. सो construction is same. So let me take an example. A B A B है. ठीक है. अभी एक देखते हैं. डेल्टा Q0 कॉमा A क्या आया Q1 Q2. डेल्टा Q1 Q2 कॉमा A आ गया Q2 Q3. Q2 Q3 कॉमा B Q1 Q3. Q1 Q3 कॉमा A Q2 Q3 का यहाँ पर फाइनल में है. दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज एक्सेप्टेड. कोई बोलेगा ये मुझे एक्सप्लेन करेगा कोई मैंने कंस्ट्रक्ट कैसे किया. आपको कंस्ट्रक्शन कब टर्मिनेट करना है. आपको कोई नया एंट्री नहीं मिला तो उसको कंस्ट्रक्शन को टर्मिनेट कर दो. दिस योर कंस्ट्रक्शन टर्मिनेट कब किया हमने. यहाँ पे कोई नया एंट्री नहीं जो यहाँ पर ऐड नहीं किया गया तो यू हैव टू स्टॉप देयर ओनली. करेक्ट. आर विद मी.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, अगर मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूं आपको छोटा सा तो विल यू वर्कआउट. ट्राई करते हैं हम. ठीक है. आप सॉल्व करो और आपका होने के बाद मुझे सिर्फ स्टेट्स बताओ कि यहाँ पर टेबल में कितने एंट्रीज आनी चाहिए. ठीक है. आप टेबल बनाओ और कमेंट में डालो. कमेंट में मैं ये एग्जांपल डालूंगा उसमें आपको ऐड करना है. ठीक है. करूँ एग्जांपल ऐड.
यस सर.
यस सर.
और जब भी मैं जाओ जैसे भी हो आपको जैसे पॉसिबल है वैसे करते जाओ. सो मैं एक एग्जांपल लाता हूँ वहां पर अभी. सो आपको उसका देना है एग्जांपल. सो अभी मैं ट्रांजिशन डायग्राम दिया था पहले केस में. अगर मैं ट्रांजिशन टेबल देता तो उससे कैसे करेंगे ये आपको देखना है. सो सपोज माय डायग्राम टेबल कंटेंस Q0 which is initial as well as final state. ऐसे दिखाएंगे टेबल में. हाँ ये इनिशियल है फाइनल. ये आपका इनिशियल हो गया इन दिस केस Q0 ना अपने डेफिनेशन के हिसाब से और ये फाइनल स्टेट्स ये हो गए. सो आपका इनिशियल और फाइनल Q0 ही है एंड यू हैव Q00 this is 0. Q01 goes to Q1. Q10 is here. Q11 और ये ऐसा 1 है. ये आपका डायग्राम है. ठीक है. आपको इस पर काम करना है. इसका आपको पहले बनाना है ट्रांजिशन टेबल या ट्रांजिशन. उसका सीधा मुझे ये बताओ, ये ट्रांजिशन टेबल बताओ उसका कंस्ट्रक्शन करके। ठीक है, मैं एग्जांपल डाल रहा हूँ। चार्ट में देखो, आपके चार्ट में एक एग्जांपल आ गया है। सो यू हैव टू कंस्ट्रक्ट, गिव टेबल फॉर इक्विवेलेंट DFA, गिव ट्रांजिशन टेबल फॉर इक्विवेलेंट DFA। करो इसका तैयार, देखते हैं हम कौन ऐड करता है पहले। चलो स्टार्ट, योर टाइम स्टार्ट नाउ।
Sir, Q1 is final state.
No, we are okay. Let me make it. I am saying Q0 would be my final state. I forgot to circle it. Q0 would be my final state. It would be initial as well as final. ठीक है, टोटल स्टेट्स कितने हैं अभी यहाँ पर? टोटल स्टेट्स कितने हैं? 2। सो 2 raised to 2 कितना आएगा? टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स 4 आ जाएंगे, करेक्ट? ठीक है,